Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's boardzy, and this is going to be the future of mousepads, once again stemming from Japan. This is going to be, I guess, a review and kind of an introduction to Xten. They're a brand that makes mousepads from Japan, as I mentioned, and they have some really interesting stuff at some more than interesting prices. So this is called their G-cloth pad. There's no cloth on it. And this small size is $90 before shipping. Please do not click off the video. I mean, I kind of understand if you do. But yeah, this is a $90 mousepad, and we also have I think this is just called the Control. This is the mousepad that was in my last EC3 video. And this is a more respectable size, but once again, it is $90 for a standard cloth pad. There are no stitched edges, and you probably wonder why I have these pads to begin with. You probably don't. You probably think I just bought them. So Lethal Gaming Gear is actually considering stocking some of these pads. He got a few samples in, was like, do you want to review it? And I'm like, do I want to review some random overpriced Japanese mousepad? Are you kidding me? So of course I accepted it. You can see on their website, which I think is a pretty good website, they explain that it's resistant to temperature and humidity. And I don't know, what is it about Japan, like, being on that trend super early, but every other country just seemed not to care about it. We got the middle class, the underlayer, the crimping technology, and I do believe that these pads are incredible quality. I also learned that they can't be mass produced because they're made one at a time. So it's some crazy Japanese stuff. We got some lore going on. The G-cloth pad uses fluororesin processed glass fiber fabric. Who doesn't just have some of that lying around, to make a pad that is, in my opinion, just like average for a hard surface. I think I would recommend buying a Skypad at like $70 over this, even though they claim it lasts for a long time. Let's get a water test going. Both of the surfaces seem to react very well to water. So God, it literally just like pours off the water. Like, it doesn't even absorb at all. I got water on my pants now. Thank you. And speaking to the uniqueness of the surface, it sounds very funny when you scratch it. Sounds like an alien crying or something. In all honesty, this does not feel like a $90 mousepad. It definitely doesn't look the size of a $90 mousepad, but it does sound like a $90 mousepad. The rubber base it's using, it's some synthetic rubber. I mean, it's on top of another pad. But trust me, these pads have very good quality bases. I would say around the same level as Artisan, but I don't know how these hold up over time, because on some of my Artisan pads, I use them for a year, wash them a lot. The bases aren't as sticky, but this is an extremely good base. This pad is 3 millimeters thick. It looks thicker, but hey, you guys cannot second guess me anymore. I got a fucking digital caliper, so make sure to like for that huge increase in production. But yeah, getting back on track, I really would not recommend being into this G-cloth shit, especially at the current size. They said they could make a larger one. What's it going to be, like $130 for a mousepad? I can defend Artisan prices all day, but that is kind of impossible. So yeah, now we have the Control, which is their control pad. And I hate to describe mousepads as mixes of other mousepads because it makes no sense, but I'm gonna do that right now. This feels like a Hayate Atsu and an Artisan Zero. It has like the stopping power of the Zero, but it has the initial friction and sort of the texture feeling of the Atsu. I think on the website they say it has a velvet texture. I'm gonna find the exact word. Okay, I'm happy I checked. The exact word was a satin finish, and I don't know if I would agree with that, but that's what they're saying. I just think the mix of Hayate Atsu and Zero, that's what it feels like for me, at least. Just feels like another Japanese super upgraded QCK. Rubber base is really good. There's no stitching, but they claim they have the best non-stitch technology, and I don't know, I haven't had these for a significant amount of time. There hasn't been any fraying yet. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about these. The box art is super cool, and they do come shipped flat, so that is a reason to waste over $100 on a mouse pad. This is, I mean, like, I could easily main this mouse pad, and I think at the price, $90, it is an extremely high ask, but it makes sense because it's fucking made one at a time. It's not going to be super cheap, and you do get that super high attention to quality. Awesome. And I just want to note about the control, it's around the same thickness as like Artisan Soft, and they claim because they have such a high quality base, if you put more pressure in, you'll gain a lot of control, and if you don't put much pressure in, it'll be a speedier pad. And it definitely has a good glide. I'm going to use it more in the future. Who knows if Lethal Gaming Gear will decide to stock them, what the prices would be in that case. I just wanted to make a quick video because Japanese mouse pads competing with Artisan, I mean, shit, I gotta make a video about that. I totally forgot, but I got sent their hard pad as well, but it is the same small size, just not very good. So they really have one solid option, and it's a $90 control pad. Is this going to be the next big thing? Probably not. Okay, but that's actually going to be all for this vid. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I do have to send these back, so whenever I get my hands on a new one, I'll try to do a full review. But yeah, peace.